get my ways. That's on them, letting cowards fill up they ranks. Goddamn, lost tribes got them following waves. Loyalty a lifestyle, nigga, I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm a saint, no New Orleans, it's going up. Next spot, we at the B&B. I'm turned up, I pull up in the SRT. Burning rubber, hey, UPK shit. Look, met her at the club, told her pull up to the lobby. She know I'm in the coat, we're all black, no Illuminati. This my other half shit, I can't move without it. These my motherfucking brothers, yeah, what I'm gon' do without them, yeah. If it's beef, I can't wait to sink my teeth in. Niggas going overboard, they off the deep end. Why you tripping off that hoe? That's some weak shit. Told him put me in the game cause I love defense. Yeah, put me in the game, coach. Fuck you thought, hey, he let his colors fly. He ain't cut, we cut him off. Yeah, bounce out, let my fringes swing. Yeah, I'm a dog, and she say she find me interesting. Yeah, want me to call, put me in the game, coach. Fuck you thought, hey, he let his colors fly. He ain't cut, we cut him off. Hey, bounce out, let my fringes swing. Yeah, I'm a dog, and she say she find me interesting. Yeah, want me to call, I ain't gotta settle, I got options, ma. No, I stand on business, my name not TITHES. I'll pop you with this pocket rock. Feed a nigga shells like a taco truck. Hey, this bitch got sound effects, it go pew pew pew. I ain't trippin' on no drink, got bottles in the room. I'm in Durham, North Carolina, bitch, it's 12 a.m. Look at them, they ain't none of us and we ain't them. I told him put me in the game, coach. Fuck you thought, hey, he let his colors fly. He ain't cut, we cut him off. Hey, bounce out, let my fringes swing. Yeah, I'm a dog, hey, she say she find me interesting. Yeah, want me to call, put me in the game, coach. Fuck you thought, hey, he let his colors fly. He ain't cut, we cut him off. Hey, bounce out, let my fringes swing. Yeah, I'm a dog, hey, she say she find me interesting. Want me to call, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Cold shit. I ain't come with goons, but I'm well connected. Walk in the room, it's pop, 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 like you got rejected. Let me see if you qualify or not. Spinning up in a tinted truck, riding around your block. Busy man, I get a word, he ain't this shit from top to bottom like a motherfucking ceiling fan. Hopping out the rental van, on my way to LAX. Brothers out in Cali and they killers out of every set. But I ain't crippin' on no blood. One west, all my niggas got it out the mud. Put your face on a t-shirt, memory of niggas acting tough in them songs, that's the drugs. I don't need no cases, all my pistols clean. So now I weigh my options, used to use the triple beam. Used to get the wop, mix it with the nicotine. Now I travel state to state and put on for my team.
The fuck wrong with them? Ain't on my level, I should let my dog get them. I see niggas and they feelings, I don't feel them. Kick the Glocky with me, it was like a ball with them. Me at the end, I gotta stay patient. They hate me, Lord, I gotta stay dangerous. You one of them? Yeah. What's the problem? I'm one west, go to war with everybody. Cut the grass for the snake, fuck the gossip. Front line with them soldiers, that's my posture. Gun drawn, tryna curse an imposter. Shit get out the pocket, go to war with everybody, yeah. Send that hate, make it to the featherweights. Niggas claim they hard, but they sweeter than a debit cake. Hold on, think it's time to introduce. I'm a man and a beast and a step and a ruler. Hold on, and a G and a soldier and a mover. Hold on, and a killer and a prophet and a shooter, nigga. Trying to stay humble, my shit crazy. Cold leader, need the blue stripes, no brick break. Can't be serious, you a funny boy, young fly. Look wrong, must be a dummy, I ain't gun shy. Fuck that little bitch, she a hook. Nigga swear he the goat, bring him to the bush. To the bush. The fuck wrong with him? Ain't on my level, I should let my dog get him. Niggas in they feelings, I don't feel them. Kid the Glocky with me, it was like a ball with him. We at the end, gotta stay patient. They hate me, Lord, I gotta stay patient. You one of them? What's the problem? I'm one west, go to war with everybody.
I'm from Philly, it get hot, you catch a cold case. I'm one west, these brothers trying to set my soul straight. They done turned me to a prophet from a demon, and I'm locked in this shit and I ain't leaving. Never. Ski man, mask, transform the war mode like I'm Voltron. Stamp on my head and my chest from the most high. Put something tight around your neck like a bow tie. Got my niggas waiting charged up like they phone died.
Red letter, drip clean, it looks so fly. Claim me riding, that's why I left his ass roadside. He gon' die, skyscraper to a nosedive. 9mm plus P, fuck a 4-5. The fuck wrong with him? Ain't on my level, I should let my dog get him. I see niggas and they feelings all feel him. Kick the Glocky with me, it was like a ball with him. Be at the end, I gotta stay patient. They hate me, Lord, I gotta stay patient. You one of them? Yeah. What's the problem? I'm one West, go to war with everybody.
Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The I.S.U.P.K. under Commanding General YAHANNA presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026 in Houston, Texas. All Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person ages 17 and up. The biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under Commanding General YAHANNA. See you there, Israel. Shalom.
Nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and war like apparel.
Yeah. I want West. We taking over. Aha. Yo, Nayata.
Yo, Gucci.
Strap to the bone, chat to me crew. Fire one in a them head, chat to the dome. Them boy they know bad, that a way me know. Only bad when the man friend pop pill alone. Call rifle a roll under me clothes. One West a run road that a fi be known. Browning bad bitch, not silicone. Rich badness, fat belly full. Them boy they not ready for the gun life. Give them a pitchfork and a ground knife. Press the chip clock on the front line. If the road dark, he become bright. Me dog them a killer when a sunlight. We was a transform when it turn night. Chris Kalish calf we black and white. With the red light on the front eye. Toppy show, tap about things where you nothing do. Toppy show, K taking a me and that a no fi show. Rifle bind them big like puppy toe. A tall rifle a mat we go fi four. Toppy show, Batty boy stop chat where the fuck you know. Thing them ram up in a skin them. Time you get lead poison in an infection. Make your dopey rise quicker than inflation. And the eye cast a living in bed from the inception. That's how the thing them tan. Start off slow, now the thing get strong. I one West and it never take long. Now we a do the road mad injection. Toppy show, tap about things where you know fi know. Toppy show, K taking a me and that a no fi show. Rifle bind them big like puppy toe. A tall rifle a mat we go fi four. Toppy show, Batty boy stop chat where the fuck you know. Them boy they not ready for the gun life. Give them a pitchfork and a ground knife. Press the chip clock on the front line. If the road dark he become bright. Me dog them a killer when a sunlight. We was a transform when it turn night. Chris Kalish calf we black and white. Make the rain fall and the ground dry.
Hey, Shalom Israel, Yahweh Bashem Shabakatham to all the brothers, Yahweh Shemalatham Bashem Yoshad to all the sisters. You understand? This is another episode of One West Ground Zero Radio, hosted by Officer 1000 Adiyar and myself, Officer 500 Barak Yala, the best show in Canada, no other. You understand? We get nothing but the truth, the unadulterated truth. Ain't no sugar coating over there because we don't have sugar in our tanks. We do not wear purple and gold. You understand? We give it to our wives. We don't receive it like others.
Damn.
Salakia. They try to throw shots, right? We give shots, we don't take them. We apply pressure. You understand? This is what it is. One West Ground Zero. Another episode. What's going on with you, out of one?
Hey, Shalom, priest, Messiah in Christ. You know what I'm saying? You already know, man. You know what I'm saying? We over here, man. You understand? Like sun up, sun down. You understand? Like bad weather, good weather, man. We got to do this work, man.
Damn right. The work don't stop. It don't matter if there's a hurricane. It don't matter if there's a volcanic eruption. The earth could split in half. The work will still be done.
Damn right.
You understand? And we have a lot of interesting topics today. Good night. Listen, a lot has been going on. I think people try to shade Canada like nothing happened in Canada. It's just cold. It's Canada. It's cold, and that's it. Now, come to find out, we have some of the most crooked police in North America. People don't know that. It's like, damn, there's only crooked police in the U.S. or whatnot. No. In Canada, we have some of the most crooked police officers. Whether it's in Montreal, in Toronto, in all the major cities, really.
So, like, they just removed the video on I.S.U.P.K Canada on Facebook.
Kawakan, I just seen that. Oh, oppressor is the devil. We know you're listening. Just listen. What you know what you should do, oppressor, because you keep listening to us, right? Just share the live. Like, share, comment, boost the algorithm, because you can't stop the algorithm. Like, what's the point? Let's work together, right? Boost the algorithm, and we'll keep using your platform. That's it. Like us streaming off of YouTube makes you make money. So why are you complaining? Why are you trying to stop our stream? You can't stop the truth. You could try to appropriate yourself the truth by saying the Bible is a white man's book, by pushing all types of lie on us. But you can't hide the truth. The truth will always come to light that you are the devil the Bible speaks of.
Damn right.
You probably were on Epstein's Island, whoever clipped the live on Facebook. Salakia. But yeah, our oppressors the devil.
Salaka, just to add, if it was like, saying something about Epstein or whatnot, saying, like they will leave that thing up, saying. I've seen so many profile on Facebook where it's nothing but porno, porno videos and whatnot. And sometimes I even, when they come up to my page, because sometimes they're being, friend requesting me, and I block them and report them. And Facebook tell me there's nothing wrong with what they posted.
Imagine that. So you see something wrong with the truth and teaching the word of God. So you see something wrong in us telling black people to stop selling drugs, but you still have videos of people like unaliving themselves, selling drugs, and being on the Epstein's Island. And there's nothing wrong with reporting these. See, that's the problem. I just taught a class on that this week of righteous rulership. This is why you should not be in power. You don't know what should be reported and what should not be reported. You understand? A lot of people are saying, well, a lot of white people, Trump supporters, saying they don't see nothing wrong with Trump being on the Epstein's Island. I was like, well, damn. Not only this is the people that you want to lead you, but also the people who you let choose your leader for you. That is diabolical. This is why there needs to be a change of government. There needs to be a new world order. The new world order is under Christ. You understand? Going back to what we're saying, right? Oh, good night. Well, yeah. Facebook is sending me notifications. We've been flagged. We ain't say nothing yet. See, this is the problem. You cannot stop the truth. You stopping the truth is not beneficial for you, because we're pointing out we're trying to uproot the problem. You want to keep the problem so it can keep growing like a cancer. We're trying to remove that tumor from the planet Earth. How do you remove the tumor? You have to cut it off. You have to sever it. You have to get rid of the tumor. The tumor is all the propaganda that is being pushed, is all the ideologies that is being pushed throughout the planet, especially on our people. You understand? Because we influence everybody. If it wasn't for Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, nobody would do hip hop. You understand? Nobody would even remotely think about Taco Tuesday, right? Y'all only talk about Taco Tuesday because of the Mexicans. Mexicans don't give a damn about Taco Tuesday. You just love to be a nigga, but you hate niggas. That's really it. You love you love everything about Mexicans, but you hate Mexicans. That's really it. And this is the problem, right? This is what we have to fight against. What is it? The scripture we fight against principalities, right?
Yeah.
This is the problem. You know, because we're rejecting your ideologies, and you're really truly seeing that these people, they're not like the Black Panthers. They don't compromise their integrity. They're not like Malcolm X. They don't try to fight our ideology with the ideology of another nation that is still going to keep them oppressed. You understand? This is why.
So, like, what was the brother name that just died? He was there with
Jesse Jackson.
Jesse Jackson, you know what I'm saying? He was an FBI spy. Meanwhile, you know what I'm saying, you probably think he was for Black people, you know what I'm saying, and whatnot. Meanwhile, he's reporting, you know what I'm saying, to the FBI everything that they were doing. And he was also supposedly, you know what I'm saying, involved in what happened to Martin Luther King. You know what I'm saying? So you rather people like that, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying, when you saying that the I.S.U.P.K, we are not like that. You know what I'm saying? We are not like that. And we are not for violence neither. We are not for, you understand, depravity. We are here, you understand, to bring healing to the world. You understand, the world that needs healing. Without the I.S.U.P.K, what you have is Jeffrey Epstein everywhere. You know what I'm saying? You have that in Canada, you have that, you know what I'm saying, like, you know what I'm saying, all over the world. But we want to stop to that. We want, you know what I'm saying, people to live a better life. We tired of oppression. We tired of the system that's oppressing every citizen on the face of the earth. We want to have paradise on earth.
And good night. Damn, this is crazy. Let me share my screen real quick, right? Because you really cannot make this up. You understand? This is the violation that Facebook is giving us. They're saying violence and incitement. That's today. Violence and incitement. That's right now. Make that make sense.
Okay.
You understand? You cannot make this up. You see when it says the dragon is trying to stop the woman, you know, in Revelation, where by spewing water against the woman, slightly paraphrasing, that's the propaganda you're trying to push against us. Just like Officer Ariar just said, just like we reiterate all the time, we're not for violence. We don't harm nobody. We're telling our people to stop harming themselves, to stop unaliving each other. You understand? See, this is the problem. A devil was Officer Ariar posted a video about a oppressor saying that Christ is a Black man. And another oppressor went in the comments, oh, he's not Black. You know, so I told him, yo, I went out there. I'm like, yo, listen, what is he according to the Bible? He said, oh, he was olive skin. You know, the stupid rhetoric and whatnot. I told him, yo, first of all, the olives are either green, black, or reddish brown.
God.
You know, no olives look Caucasian like the Christ that you portray. He said, well, you're going to keep your mindset that white people are just shameful liars. That's absolutely incorrect, because they're not shameful liars. They are shameless liars. Salakia. That's the truth. You understand? Shalom to everybody in the chat. Yahweh Shem Shabbat
Shalom.
Right? The truth is, you have to lie to push your agenda. You have to say that Mexicans are grapists, right? And they're bringing drugs. Now, come to find out, I didn't see one Mexican name on the Epstein's list. And Trump had to say Venezuela is shipping all the fentanyl to the U.S., right? And that's the weapon of mass destruction. So he could invade Venezuela and steal the oil. Meanwhile, it is a known fact that fentanyl in the opioids comes from Asia. Fentanyl comes from China, but he's not over there invading Chinese. He's not over there raiding Chinatown, but he will oppress Latinos on the pretense that they are the problem. You understand? Latinos did not commit a genocide or colonize the American continent in the Caribbean. They call the Native American savages when they came over here and decimated the white people came over here and decimated the buffaloes. Then the natives are savages? Imagine that. Who's the true savage? The people who showed them compassion when they were freezing to death in winter, or the people who came, for instance, in the island of Cuba and practicing how sharp their swords were by just hacking off the limbs of the Arawak Indians, or the Carib and the Tainos? Who's the true savage? The Spanish crown told Christopher Columbus he was raping too much. Imagine, imagine that. Who's the true savage now? White people are shameless liars. And this is why they flagged the page, right? Because they're liars, shameless. The devil the Bible speaks of. But let's get into the topics again. You know, we have some of the most crooked police corp in Canada, right? We're gonna go into Toronto specifically. Good night. Share my screen. Anyone who wants to chime in, let us know, right? We could drop also the link to the StreamYard in the chat if you don't want to just type in, but you want your voice to be heard, right? Just have decorum. Be on camera. You have to wear proper attire, meaning you have to wear a shirt, if you understand. This is Toronto. Over 30 officers, including 9 from Toronto Police, have been arrested on charges including drug trafficking, leaking addresses to hitmen, auto theft, and exposing fellow officers' addresses. Good night. You cannot make this up.
This is happening in Montreal too.
Kawagan.
It's happening in Montreal.
And you know what? There's another part that they forgot to omit. I think it's in another thing, right? They are selling police officers' uniform to non-police officers. Like you could get arrested and shot by a police officer who's actually not a cop. It's just a civilian. It's just a regular. I mean, I don't want to say criminal because police officers are criminals, right? But you get the point. They're gang members. They're probably a Somali, the people who used to sell crack to the mayor of Toronto. Because yeah, he was a crackhead just like Hunter Biden. He's on camera smoking it. Like, imagine that. You imagine this. You cannot even trust the police. You're gonna call 911. They're gonna send some hoodlum after you, some Pakistani, criminal. They said, well, some woman got sexually assaulted by a police officer. That may not have even been a police officer. That may be one of the new East Indian immigrants that bought a police officer uniform. The days are coming where the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, the men in the UPK, is going to be your protection. You can't rely on the police no more. We never were able to rely on the police anyways, but now it's even worse. They're shedding the light that, you know what, not only are they included in drug trafficking, as if we didn't know, leaking addresses to hitmen. All these unsolved murders they partake in. Auto theft. They stealing your cars. Ain't no repossession. They stealing the cars and exposing fellow officers' addresses. Meaning what? Those quote-unquote good cop that you may have had in the police corps, guess what? They're being targeted. We covered a story last week about how police officers, that clip was specifically of Montreal North on the Levites, but they do out throughout the city with Benjamites, Levites, or whatnot. There's the police chief who's of Haitian descent trying to fight this stigmatization, the racial profiling of the Levite community, so-called Haitians. They're telling him, we don't want to hear it no more. Police officers like this brother is being targeted. You cannot trust the police, not because they're police officers. It's because of their actions and the history of the actions of the police officers who were formerly known as the slave catchers. Salak Yadawan.
And you understand that this shows like if the police is corrupt, who are you going to call? You understand? Ain't no Ghostbusters over here, you understand? So who you really going to call? Because you understand the police is corrupt, the government is corrupt, those judges are corrupt, the lawyers are corrupt. You understand? Everybody's corrupt, just like the song I.S.U.P.K made. You understand? Everything's corrupt. This is the society that you live in right now. You understand? Meanwhile, you understand, those police officers, you understand, they're still getting paid. You understand? They're not getting banned on Facebook. They're not getting, you understand, exposed, like, you understand, like that. But you understand, they're trying to stop the truth. Meanwhile, We are the only one that speak against things like this and what needs to be done so it could be a better place. Meanwhile, you have, the police trafficking drugs. But I thought black people, were the drug traffickers. I thought black people were the hoodlums. You know what I'm saying? So many car theft, recently, we seen so many car theft in Montreal, in Toronto, in, Quebec, in Canada. The police is involved in that as well.
Damn
You know what I'm
right.
saying? Meanwhile, they're able to, to keep their pension, to run around like, feeling high and mighty, like with a gun, and, like you think, like nothing's gonna happen. Citizens don't even are not allowed to have guns to protect themselves. Meanwhile, you have crooked cops that have guns, that are able to shoot somebody else. It's a lot.
Imagine that. They want to talk about the gun problems in Canada. Why don't they talk about the corruption in Canada?
Yeah, come on.
Because you're basically right. Here's the one I was trying to show as well, right? Where it says uniform is not proof. Verify ID after court allegations. This is not just the streets talking. The court is telling you, right, about Toronto police gear being sold to non-police officers. So it's not just the uniform, the gear, the radios, the pepper spray, the baton, the taser gun, the firearm with live rounds in it is being provided to non-police officers. But you would never know they're not police officers because they wear a badge. It says police. Imagine that. What is truly the problem is, because it's also they like to talk about we need to stop the import of firearms. Because really in Canada, for those who don't know, a new law was passed, I think, two years ago or so. You cannot own a handgun. They're considered prohibited firearms, right? You cannot own a handgun unless you were a previous handgun owner before the law was passed. But most of the gun crime are used with handguns for the most part, coming from the US. And now we're seeing a pattern that the people who actually have or who are allowed to have handguns legally are giving away these handguns, to people who is not supposed to have them at all. So is the problem a gun problem, or is it a corruption problem? Is it a leadership problem? Who's in charge? That's the problem. Because they let it happen. And it's not like they don't know. How do we know it's not like they don't know? Because I think I seen the post Captain Mashak made about the Crown of England having to pay a 12 million pound settlement for Prince Andrew. You think nobody knew in Buckingham Palace that Prince Andrew was on Epstein's Island? You think nobody knew?
So there's report that came out where like there's people that have been paid, even the resting fleas queen, like she was paying off people because of the crimes that he was doing, before she died.
Damn, imagine that. It's not like they did not know. Imagine for the Crown to tell Christopher Columbus, you're raping too much. They already know what's going on over there. He was prostituting 9-year-old native girls, selling them to his crewmen. They know exactly what they're doing. Doesn't matter how they try to hide it, or whatnot. They know exactly what's going on. So again, as we brought this out, right? Proverbs 29:2 says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. Why? Because being righteous is following the laws. The only people who are able to follow the laws are the people who were given the laws, the statutes, the commandments. Who are those people? So-called blacks, Latinos, and native, the real biblical Israelites. You understand? You cannot have righteous rulership when the people with no morals, people that lack righteousness, who cannot be righteous, are ruling. You can't. It don't matter if it's Caucasian people. It don't matter if it's the Dalai Lama. It don't matter if it's East Indians, it's the Arabs. No nation could be ruling righteously because no nation were provided the keys to righteousness, which is
Yeah,
the
right.
laws, statutes, and commandments, besides the Israelites. You understand? It's the lock, y'all.
Now that was it on my part, you know what I'm saying? Like the police is corrupt, this government is corrupt. And just like you're seeing like in Toronto, it's happening in Montreal. We're in Montreal right now. It is happening in Montreal as well. The police is involved in crime. The police, you know what I'm saying, like dealing with things, you understand? Like if it comes out, you want to fight, you want to shut down the system. But the thing is everybody is involved. You understand? Like it's only a few people over here, you know what I'm saying, in the government that really have an art or that's really not corrupt. Everybody else is corrupt.
Kawaka. And I think next show I'm trying to bring this out. I have a clip of how they're breaking down the governmental structure of Quebec in general, how they're linked with the mafia, from the judges to the lawyers to the police. They're linked with the Italian mafia, they're linked with the Jewish mafia, the construction, like everything is corrupt. And that's the history of Montreal since the early 1900s, really from before. But this current government that we have in Quebec since the early 1900s, they built off of corruption, and it never changed. It was just passed down from the next politician, so on and so forth. You know, you're not made to rule. When you are given power, it don't matter it's because with money or not, you're not made to rule. What rich people do with money, they create pedophilic islands. When you're given power, you just oppress people to the point where you even oppress your own. You go right now downtown Montreal, there's poor white people. Like, how are you ruling the planet Earth and your people are crackheads? Your people are bums. How can that happen? You have all the money in the world. You know, Canada, was it Justin Trudeau was giving stimulus checks during COVID, and you still had white people homeless. How? How is that even possible? It brings back to what Commanding General Yohanna said years ago. And I remember the interview on Captain Godalhar's show, Godalhar's Perspective. He interviewed Captain Akkad, right? Captain Akkad reiterated what Commanding General Yohanna has said previously. There is so much land that is really literally impossible to have people who are homeless, to have people who have nowhere to go. Like most of the concentration of the population is right by the border. It's among cities. If you go up north in Montreal, in Canada, the further you go up north, it's just untouched land, unclaimed land. Well, I want to say unclaimed because we already know oppressor how he does it, right? And he will make you pay for a camping spot. You're in the middle of the woods, you versus the elements and the bears and the wolves, and he'll tell you, yeah, you have to pay $100, $70 a night just to stay in the wilderness. Imagine that. That's the oppressor. The point is this: nobody should.
You still need to pay. So like you still have to pay to be in the wilderness and you're saying hunt or fish.
Imagine that. That's diabolical. I like to go fishing. You have to pay, I think it's what, $30 a year for a fishing license. You understand? You have to pay $30 a year. You're not even going to go fish the whole year. Listen, I'm black. I don't fish in winter. You understand? I don't. Ain't nothing wrong with ice fishing, but me personally, I don't. I don't want to fall through the ice and a second time. You understand? Yeah, that happened. It's a true story. The point is, imagine that. You make regulations and then you want to complain about, oh, well, you know, this, I don't even know. I need to understand the laws on not being able to just go wherever you want, where there's nobody living there. One of the fishing spots I go to, I think I brought you there one time out of one. There's a piece of forest. I know a devil did it. He built a mini cabin with logs and everything. I'm like, damn, right in the city.
They do that in Hochelaga, you know what I'm saying, like in the Edomite section, you know what I'm saying? They do that in the woods there, like they have a little woods. You know what I'm saying? They have their own little cabin. They don't have, you know what I'm saying? They have government cheese every month coming in. You know what I'm saying? And they made their own cabin.
You understand? But the white man don't allow it. Imagine that. And he puts regulations.
So like So like while you mentioning that, I was in the chat, you know, send one of these app on the chat, and then there's a Asian that was talking to me like, how come Canada? Because he was trying to compare like Canada, America, you understand, to like China, you understand, these land, these places. Like, how come Canada is rich, but just like you said, like you understand, so many land, but you still have homeless. You still have so many land, and you
Yeah.
have there people sleeping in the street. Like these are the nation are looking like, you know what I'm saying, supposedly Canada, America are superpowers. These nations are looking at you, you know what I'm saying, be like, oh, you guys are dumb. You guys are stupid. You know what I'm saying? You guys are rich, and you know what I'm saying, all this land, you can't give people the land, you know what I'm saying, like half price or whatnot, you know what I'm saying? Or you get married, you finish high school, you know what I'm saying? Here's a piece of land or whatnot, build your things, you know what I'm saying? We'll help you know what I'm saying? Now you want everybody in the city, like, you know what I'm saying, like a bunch of animals, like, you know what I'm saying? On the farm.
Kawakan. And
So,
even that listen, there's so many tension in the city because people are they feel trapped.
yeah.
There's so much land you could give to people where nobody should be homeless. And even with the land, right? Because I was watching, I think I found out he's a brother. I played some of his clips with the class I had as guests. I had Officer Malak as a guest and Officer Kazak Ahmad, right? That brother, he bought a piece of land. There's restriction about him being able to chop the trees on his own land. There literally is a law where you cannot chop the trees on your land. Let's say you need firewood. There's trees on your land, you want to chop the trees and use as firewood. There is a law that's preventing you from doing that. You understand? There's in some places, especially in the US, right? There is laws where you cannot collect rainwater. In Canada, you could. In some places, you can. Like, imagine you're not even able to collect rainwater. Who puts a jurisdiction on rainwater? Damn. Our oppressor is truly a devil. And then you're shocked that people are complaining about the rulership that they're under from this oppressor. Is not. Nobody should be homeless. Nobody should be starving. Nobody should be complaining. With all the resources that we have, this is our oppressor is a greedy bastard. Let me pull the precept, right? And then we're going to move on to the next part. This Obadiah chapter 1, is it, was it verse 5? This is the book of Obadiah chapter 1, verse 5. If thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they not have stolen till they had enough? Like even a thief, you know, the mind of a thief, like he has, like if you look at these movies, right? They have a goal. They're gonna steal the money in the vault, you know, they're gonna I don't know, whatever heist movie, right? They have a specific task, they have a specific goal. Even in Grand Theft Auto, the video games, you steal this and you leave, right? Our oppressor is such a greedy bastard that he preventing you even to collect rainwater. He already claimed dominion over the natural groundwater, over the water of the Great Lakes and the river system. Damn, he claimed dominion over the seas. But it's not enough. He has to claim dominion over the water that falls from the sky. He has to put his jurisdiction to every single piece of H2O that he might find. That's the devil, right? He has to tell you, you can't leave the city and go off the grid. That's our oppressor. That's why when it says the righteous are in the rulership, the people rejoice. The righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. You mean I can't leave the city because I don't want to be I don't want to pay an electricity bill no more. So I go off the grid. And you say that's illegal. Why? Because you cannot oppress me. That's why. You understand? So like, I just finished this verse real quick. If the grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes? You know why it says that? Because it's our law. If I have a field of you know whatever fruit, grapes, grapevines or whatnot, orange trees, some fruits that just drop, I harvest them, but some fruits that just drop, right? Am I supposed to just pick every single one of them so I don't leave nothing for, you know, the poor, the needy that might see this, you know, an animal that might eat it? No, it's not our culture to be a greedy monster. That's why the earth is damn.
So,
You
so
know,
like,
Yeah,
So like, you know what I that brings me to think of, like you see like how the like you said, let's say you have a black drug dealer, you know what I'm saying, like and whatnot, right? He gets arrested, then what happens is like the police takes everything that he owns, right? Why
Kawaka.
don't they give to the family members, his families, his mothers, you know what I'm saying, and whatnot, these things? They're gonna say, "La, what the product come from illicit, you know what I'm saying, gain and whatnot." Meanwhile, everything you have, like as Caucasian, is illicit gain. You know what I'm
Shalom.
saying? Everything is come from illicit gain. There's nothing that's for you like on this earth. You know what I'm saying? You pillage, you rob. You know what I'm saying? You go in Venezuela, kidnap the president, rob it. You know what I'm saying? Rob everything. So it's understanding, like when you see the judgment about, you know what I'm saying, the oppressor in the Bible, it is something that's understandable. You know what I'm saying? Like you can understand this easy because the same thing that they do with the drug dealers. You know what I'm saying? They come, they arrest you, they take your car, they take your jewelry. You know what I'm saying? And after that, they go and resell that also. They have like, you know what I'm saying,
Right.
like, you know what I'm saying, like auctions. You know what I'm saying? They sell them at auctions and whatnot. They take your boat, they take your house and whatnot. Why not give it to their family members that are poor? You know what I'm saying?
You know what's heavy out on what you said is that you're gonna seize the what you say was gained illegally just to go resell it.
Right. Right.
Imagine, imagine that. You know, you say, well, he bought the car with drugs, so you're gonna seize it, and then you're gonna put it on an auction block to resell it. Like anyone with common sense was like, wait, so you mean to tell me you're going to make a profit off of a good that was obtained illegally? Is that what you're telling me? So according to the law, wouldn't that be like an accessory to a crime? Or receiving stolen goods? You technically stole from him. It don't matter if you seize it because you think he's selling drugs. You went to sold what you seized from him, which was acquired illegally, but you resell and get money from whatever good was acquired illegally. You're reselling stolen goods. That's a crime.
You know,
Good night.
So this is why, you know what I'm saying, the oppressor, like he has, you know what I'm saying, like he's not supposed to have anything. He's supposed to be given, like, you know what I'm saying, rations and everything. And that's what's gonna happen when Christ come back. You know what I'm saying? And you could understand that by seeing like how the oppressor deals with people, how he deals with society. You understand? Go ahead.
If I could bring this last precept before we move on to the next one. That's why, listen, when the Most High say he hates Esau, imagine out of all the nation he hates, he has to specify which one that he really despises the most. Right. Like I've been to Africa, like what, 3 times? I've seen some beautiful places. You look at, you know, we touched on that already, right? Let me see. Some of the most beautiful beaches are in the Philippines. You look, even the desert where the Arabs are dwelling here, some oasis is like, damn, it actually, you know, it looks nice in the scorching hot hell. But Esau was given nothing but desolation. Like he hates you so much that your land is desolate. You're allergic to the elements. You're allergic to nature. The sun hates you. You understand? This is the book of Malachi, chapter 1, verse 4. Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. What desolate places you have built? There is nothing in the Caucasus Mountains. You went and stole the land. Everywhere you went, you just stole the land and claim it for yourselves. You did not build anything. You cannot build it. Listen, what did you build in the caves? You didn't even carve yourself a sofa like in the Flintstones in the Caucasus caves. Build what? You could have carved yourself a bench made of rock. You understand? You could have at least did that. You could have chewed it till you carve it, but you couldn't even do that. You had to leave the desolate places where you belong and steal the land because there's nothing that grows in the cave. There's nothing that grows in the mountains. You understand? There's nothing.
They didn't have a wooden chair.
They didn't have a wooden chair. You could even carve a chair made out of rock. You understand?
Even the plates, even the pottery. So even the pottery, they were drinking and eating out of your skulls and everything.
Imagine that. Even the pottery. You know how you could make pottery with what? Clay, water, and then fire, so the pottery hardens a bit, right? Here's the thing, right? You didn't even have water to mix with the clay. You probably had to use your own saliva. See, that's how the Most High don't want to deal with you. You understand? Like, good night. Let me show you some of the most beautiful places on the planet. Bear with me 1 second and move on to the next one.
The top destination in the world. Are you a person who hold these 7 wonders on your bucket's largest building construction projects? The Great Wall of China is widely thought to be about 5,000.
Yeah, I mean, turn it down. You see, this is the Great Wall of China. The Lord don't like the Moabites, but their land is not as desolate as Esau's land. You understand? Well, he loves the Mayans, though.
It is believed to have established around 300 BC.
You understand? The point is this: your land is desolate and has nothing. Nothing grows. Nothing lives. Yes, you're that, and you understand more now why our oppressor is fascinated with death. There is no life around him. Salak, the other one.
Okay. Yeah, that was it for me on this one.
Oh, this next one is crazy. Female officer says her body count jumped from 0 to 100 shortly after joining the force.
Yeah.
Damn. You will find any excuse to be a whore.
God. And so like, especially being in a position of power, imagine how many brothers are, saying, vulnerable people that she raped. Saying she forced into sex. That's really what happened.
Damn. That is diabolical. Imagine that. So I don't understand.
Remember there was
Kawakan.
So like, you remember there was a story recently, I think last year, where the female officer was shot a brother because he refused to have sex with her again. They were having sex, and after that, the brother said no, and then she shot him, and then she called he was the one that was trying on the live or something.
Karawakan. I remember that too well. And that's diabolical. Imagine that. I'm trying to understand the psychology behind it. How did you become a whore by putting on a police uniform? Unless you're not a real police officer, what is it? That OnlyFans fetish to dress as a police officer? Is that what y'all do today?
She was looking for Lil Wayne, Mrs. Officer.
Mrs. Officer. I know you wish your name was Mrs. Card. She put on the police uniform. She said, "Wee."
I bet she was playing that song all the time.
Yo, listen. And after she got that, I say, "Lady, what's your number?" She said 911. Ha! Surgery on me. Hey, Dr. Perform surgery. Oh, yo. Good night. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I guess that's it. Damn, ain't nothing wrong with listening with Wayne to Wayne. He does good music, but you don't have to live the life that he's talking about in the songs. Maybe she was the cop that he was singing about. Or she embodied that. That's probably... That's her ringtone. That's the music she listens to at night, in the morning. But I'm trying to understand the psychology behind it. How you put on a police uniform and then you become a whore? It's a rhetorical question. Really, you were always a whore. Your body count was not 0 before the police uniform. That's a lie. That's an absolute lie. And it's over 100. Probably even before the police uniform.
And Salaka, just to add also, this is what's wrong with this kingdom, because you're a police officer, just like in the Bible, the Levites, they were the one supposed to execute the laws, but you know what I'm saying, they weren't perfect. You know what I'm saying? Being in that position, it demands for you to be perfect. You're supposed to be like, you know what I'm saying, like an example of what the embodiment of righteousness, the embodiment of like following the laws, you know what I'm saying, being an upright and righteous person, to be in the position of a police officer, you know what I'm saying, or a judge. You know what I'm saying? You have to have an exemplary lifestyle, you know what I'm saying, where people look up to you. People could be like, well, I want to be like you. You know what I'm saying? I see the difference in you, instead of just being like everybody else. And this is why this kingdom has to fall, just like we read earlier with the, you know what I'm saying, with the police, corrupt police officers in Montreal and in Ottawa and Toronto. You know what I'm saying? These people are not supposed to be in those positions, man. We're supposed to have like righteous people in those positions. You know what I'm saying? People that cannot be corrupted, that cannot be bought. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, you have, you know what I'm saying, police officers that are selling drugs, that are robbing, that are killing, you know what I'm saying, doing extortion, you know what I'm saying? And you have like the hoes. You know what I'm saying?
The hoes. It's like
which shows you, you know what I'm saying, like this empire needs to fall. We need a righteous kingdom, you know what I'm saying, where men, like you see the men in the UPK, they are exemplary. You know what I'm saying? They are men that change their life to become somebody better, to become something better, not just for themselves, but for the nation and for the entire world. That's what we need. We don't need, you know what I'm saying, like corrupt officer, whores and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? That's not what we need. And this is why this empire needs to fall. And let me add this, right? Even your police officers are buying prostitutes. Meanwhile, prostitution is illegal. Your police officers, your male police officers, you understand, they are buying prostitutes, sometimes raping them as well. So like,
not only that, they are buying underage prostitutes, and they're gonna complain about, well, there is an underage prostitution problem in the city. Well, you're buying all the underage prostitutes. You're selling the underage prostitutes. You are the problem.
Sometimes they are the pimps.
Exactly. Shit. Damn. You cannot make this up, and we're not making up these allegations. You understand? One of the crooked police officers in Uptown, on my side of the city of Montreal, not only was he planting narcotics on brothers, right, and falsely arresting them, but he got caught for being a pimp of underage girls, specifically underage white girls.
This happens also like in Hochelaga in Montreal. Like when I was in the world, like there were stories about, you know what I'm saying, like these prostitutes like used to, like, you know what I'm saying, deal drug and whatnot. There's stories about, you know what I'm saying, these police officers, you know what I'm saying, like the man chief lieutenant and whatnot, you know what I'm saying, like selling them, you know what I'm saying, they belong to them.
Let me see if I could find him.
Understand? This empire needs to fall, man, because too much corruption, too much, you know what I'm saying, nonsense, too much, you know what I'm saying, evil in this world. You know what I'm saying? We need a righteous kingdom. Too many Jeffrey Epstein, you know what I'm saying? And just like you see, Jeffrey Epstein is not the first. Like, you know what I'm saying, you have Christopher Columbus, you have the Romans, you have the Greeks, you know what I'm saying? It is their culture, it is how they move in life. Just like the Bible say in Hebrews chapter 12, you understand? There's no other fornicator. There's no greater fornicator than Esau. You know,
damn right. Salakia. Move on to the next one.
What happened is I got a teenage son and they're fucking obsessed with me. They fucking sing my songs in his school. They talk about like how hot of a mom I am. And my son's friends started finding my OnlyFans. So now it's hard for me to promote. And because now my son's going to school, like getting teased and shit like that. You know what I mean? So it's hard having a teenage son and being a hot mom. Wow.
She hates her son. I ain't gonna hold you. How are you gonna say it's hard having a teenage son and being a hot mom? Just don't be a slut.
Yeah.
Talking about they sang my songs, they found my OnlyFans. They probably subscribe to it too.
Yeah.
They're watching it in class. That's what they're doing.
And probably showing that son exactly, this is your mom. Look at your mom.
Is that your mom? Is that Miss Johnson? Was the lady name in Friday? Miss Parker. Is that Miss Parker? Damn.
God.
Like, don't, you know, like, you're the if your son has an issue or he gets bullied, that's your fault. You're a whore, you know. And it's sad to say, in a sense, it's like, yo, you probably went through some trauma that caused you to indulge in such behavior, or you just want to be like white women, right? Because a lot of our sisters are whores because they want to be like white women if they haven't gone through some horrible trauma. The sad part is, you know, you being soul destroyer, you're not breaking that cycle. And this is also the lack of accountability, because you don't think there's an issue with your behavior. You say it's because I'm a hot mom and I have a teenage son. If you had a daughter, you would create another whore. You know, it has nothing it's not about your looks, you know, where the friends of your son consider you a hot mom. You're a prostitute. Like, she gave all different types of reason for her son, you know, maybe being bullied or whatnot. Everything besides that is because of her behavior. You know, that's sad to say. But she's not only at fault. A lot of you men, her OnlyFans subscribers, are at fault because you enable that behavior. In the I.S.U.P.K, we see sisters like this and we say, yo, you should not be a whore. Cover yourself up. Value yourself. Value your boss. Because now, if you do not raise a little sodomite, you're going to raise a man that does not know what to look for in a woman. He's going to look for a woman that's like his mom. He's going to look for a whore. He's going to be in terrible relationships. Why? Because the example of a woman that he has is, you know, as far as being a mother, is a whore. And you see no issues with that. It was normal for his mom to be a whore. Therefore, he's going to sleep with a whore. She's going to break his heart. She's going to be a horrible mother like you are. And it's going to be a never-ending horrible cycle. In the I.S.U.P.K, we break these generational cycles. We break these generational traumas. You understand? We establish the kingdom of the Lord. How? Without any influence from any other nation. Because it's not our culture to be whores. It's not our culture to be whoremongers. It's not our culture to be sexual deviants in general. It's the culture of the other nations, and every single one of them. And this is why we can't raise sons and daughters properly.
Right.
You understand? Because we're influenced by the other nations. And we don't see a problem there. Because the reason we don't see a problem is because we're so destroyed, we don't know that our culture is to not be like them. You understand? It's that our lifestyle is not their lifestyle. Their lifestyle is what they call alternative. Our lifestyle is the Torah, is the law. There is no alternatives to our lifestyle. Salakia.
And also a lot of things, like something that women don't understand is like your action. Meanwhile, you think your action are secrets, you know what I'm saying? Your children gonna know what you done. You know what I'm saying? I remember it's the story. I know you remember it too, where there's the brother, you know what I'm saying? Like he didn't know, like, you know what I'm saying? He goes into an interview and the old men are telling him, like, we used to run train on your mom.
Oh, good night. I remember that story.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? And he was like in his 30s, like, you know what I'm saying, and whatnot. And he has to learn, like, yo, my mom was a bitch. Lock it. You know what I'm saying? So the thing that you're doing is gonna reflect, you know what I'm saying, like in the future on your children's life. You're gonna traumatize that child by acting like as a bitch, by doing the things that you're not supposed to do. You might think like, okay, you know what I'm saying, like he's not gonna know it. He's gonna know it, man. It's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody's gonna tell, well, I had sex with your mom. Your mom was my bitch and whatnot. Your mom was my hoe. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna happen. And you're gonna bring trauma to that child's life that, you know what I'm saying, like, which is not necessary to have, or you could, you know what I'm saying, you could have saved that child from that type of trauma just by being, you know what I'm saying, somebody with decency, somebody, you know what I'm saying, that is not a whore. You understand? And like she said, like you were saying, like, you know what I'm saying, they were proud of having a hot mom. You know what I'm saying? They were happy until they get teased, until they realize, yo, my mom is a bitch, man. Everybody could see my mom naked. How many men I've seen my mom, you know what I'm saying, doing this, you know what I'm saying, OnlyFans? How many men does my mom have slept with? You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, if they weren't teased, they would want to have somebody like their mom, say a hot mom, hot woman, that's just about the body, doing OnlyFans, but being teased also make them like learn, saying, well, I can't have, saying the type of woman just like my mom was. My mom was a whore. I need something better. And the only thing like that teaches men to have a better woman, to be better themselves, is the ISUPK. Saying? You don't come in the ISUPK,
Right.
you will not know what type of woman to pick from out of all these whores, saying, all these hoes, 3 or 4, and saying, and whatnot, saying, whatever names that they have today, saying, like, come to the ISUPK and learn, what type of woman you need to have in your life, man. So like,
And imagine this. This is what I got from the men above me, right? When looking for a woman, looking to a woman who has compassion and empathy.
I'm right.
He lacks both. She has no compassion for her son. She has no empathy. Like, yo, how do I present? You see, we covered a story where a woman is reflecting her husband. The children is going to reflect how the mother is also, or how their parents are treating them. Clearly, she doesn't have a man in her life, or she has many men in her life and on her OnlyFans and as subscribers. It's a lot. Let me stop fucking around. The point is this, right? She has no compassion for her son. You don't care about how your son would feel about the fact that he's going to get teased because all his friends saw you naked or doing whatever you're doing on your OnlyFans. And then you don't give a damn about how your son would feel about the fact that it's not about you being a hot mom. Beauty is subjective. Everybody's seen what only one man is supposed to see. You don't care about that.
They want to be MILF. Mothers, I would like to, you know what I mean? They want to be MILF.
That is style. Listen, I sometimes I think I'm bad until you hear. I was like,
I got my days. I got my times.
I got my days. And we think the tribe of Benjamin is wilding, but damn. But jokes aside, right? You have no empathy or compassion for not even yourself. You don't care about yourself. You understand? That's the problem. This is the type of woman to avoid. This is the woman that runs during the slut walk. That's the slut walk marathon right here. Why? This is what Amber Rose created. The slut walk. Stop slut shaming. We need to bring back slut shaming again. What do you call it? Make slut shaming great again. And that's how we create good mothers. That's how we create amazing daughters. You don't want to raise a daughter that's going to grow up and be a slut. Nobody's going to marry her. And it's besides the fact that nobody's going to marry, it's dangerous for yourself to put yourself out here like that. You understand? You're just out here in the elements without no care. And then these are the same type of women that say, well, nobody's protecting black women. What the Bible says a man that he that begatted a wife begatted a possession. The next verse says, he's the hedge around that possession. But you refuse to be protected by that hedge. You don't want the protection. You just want to make what? You want to worship money. Imagine that. Because you worship money, because you worship white people, you see them as the example, who's the one who set the standards of the world. They're the one who told you your body, your choice. You can't say God gave you your body, so it's your choice. God don't even give man a choice. God only cares about obedience.
Right.
The white man told you your body, your choice. That's why there's not enough black doctors, black nurses, black biologists, dentists, because you're aborting all of them. Talking about your body, your choice. Then you raise these little hooligans. You're potentially raising a YN, if not a YF. I leave it to y'all to whatever the F means, but I'm not saying that word to offend a certain community. Apparently, this is a taboo word. It's the old English word for cigarettes. That's what it is. That's the word they use in the UK as far as cigarettes, right? The point is this: you're not raising these kids right because you were not raised right. And this is where the I.S.U.P.K steps in, where we're a father to the fatherless, regardless of what age you are. we become a father figure to you as well, to help you raise your son properly, to help you raise your daughter properly. You don't want that son to grow up and not see the value in any women. Why? Because his mom was a whore and she didn't even see value in herself. And he's looking at men not even seeing value in her either. You understand? We're here to break these generational cycles. And that's what we're here for.
Yeah, right.
We're starting from the ground up with no influence from any strange nation. Salakia.
Yeah, that was it for me on this, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't be a whore. Like the Bible said, no, not be a whore. Don't be a whore. And do it for your children. Think about your children. Just like you said, also, Barakella, you know what I'm saying? Like a woman should have compassion and empathy. You know what I'm saying? Have some empathy. Think about, you know what I'm saying, what that's gonna do to your child when he learns that his mother was a whore. Think about that. You know what I'm saying? Think about your father, you know what I'm saying? What is that what your father will want for you to be a whore? You know what I'm saying? There's a sister, Levite sister over here, right? She was in one of these podcasts, and she said she's a stripper. You know what I'm saying? Everything was going good until, you know what I'm saying, her cousin and, you know what I'm saying, her family members got inside of the strip
I seen
club.
that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's discussion. Then next thing you know, your father's learning, you know what I'm saying, you shaking, you butt naked shaking for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying?
Damn,
Be somebody
he's
better.
throwing dollar bills at you too.
Be a woman with elegance, with grace. You understand? With good character, man. Don't be what you see outside, because it is not our culture. Our culture to have princesses of Zion. You understand? Where even the sole of their foot will not touch, you know, of their feet. You understand? Would not touch the ground. You understand? So let's come back and have sisters. You understand? That deserve, you understand, the praise, that deserve, you understand, the love that, you understand, that they need. You know what I'm saying? Stop being whores out there. You shaming not only yourself, your whole family, and the future of you that's coming out of your womb. So like it.
Okay. Move on to the next one. Black woman brags about having 13 abortions, getting banned from the good night. Damn. How you getting banned from the abortion clinic is, listen, see, the problem is that this is the white man's fault. This is the white man's fault. The white man told you, go ahead and have all these abortions. Go ahead and live your life. You cannot afford a kid right now. We were in slavery with like 20 children talking about we can't afford kids. We had not even a paycheck. In slavery, working for free with 20 kids. Coming out of slavery with 20 kids. Talking about you can't live your life. That is crazy. The white man told you that. You understand? And this is what we don't have. Listen, these 13 abortions could have been 13 black doctors, 13 black dentists, 13 black men here to protect black women. We decided to kill these little brothers. You're no different than Epstein. Damn, they're probably these little black babies that you aborted are probably sold to the Epstein's Island so he could put them on a dinner plate. Yeah. Literally. So, Salaki, this is a little clip to play with that.
Wow, 12 or 13. And these are not plan Bs. These are real going to get abortion.
Oh, yeah, baby. They knew me by name.
Oh, no, so you went to the abortion clinic.
Salaki, this said they knew me by name. Yo, that is diabolical.
13 times.
Yes, I remember I had to use one of my cousin's IDs to go get my last one. Then I was like, I ain't going back.
They won't let you come back in?
After a certain amount of times in the city, you know, they were hell no. Gonna send us to jail. Everybody in here, she just keep coming back.
So that's your miracle, baby, in a sense of you like, I'm finna just have it.
Well, a year before I got pregnant with my son, I had got pregnant and we was gonna keep a baby. And I miscarried.
Got you.
At like 7 months, I miscarried. It was a girl.
Wow.
Well, 6 months pregnant.
You knew what you were having.
I did not until I had until I miscarried.
Gotcha.
So then after that, about a year.
Wow, 12 or 13. And this is
that is just crazy. It's like, and the way she's talking about it, you know, it don't matter if you think like you have no emotions or whatnot, you know, it changes a woman when she has an abortion. It already changes a woman when she's pregnant, when she gives birth. Imagine when she has an abortion. The level of guilt that she feels, it don't matter how she try to hide it, it hurts. And that's why a lot of these sisters medicate themselves afterwards. They regret having abortions. But that they don't never tell you that though. Never tell you that. You understand? Salakia.
So like this brand reminds me of Lamentation chapter 4, verse 3, right? Where it says, even the sea monster draw out the breast, they give suck to their young ones. The daughter of my people is becoming cruel. You know what I'm saying? Like even like you know what I'm saying, I seen a video in the nature channel the other day where you see whales, you know what I'm saying, the whales, you know what I'm saying, carrying the child, you know what I'm saying, the child on her back, you know what I'm saying, like and whatnot, defending that whale, that little whale, you know what I'm saying, from other sea, you know what I'm saying. What's that one with black and white?
The killer whale, the orcas.
The killer whale, exactly, you know what I'm saying. Like even the big gray whale, you know what I'm saying, like protecting, you know what I'm saying, that child, you know what I'm saying, from that little whale, you know what I'm saying, from the killer whale, you know what I'm saying. Meanwhile, you have sisters that do not care about what's inside of their stomach, man. And this is the thing that we got to figure out as men. If she doesn't care about the child, you know what I'm saying, she doesn't have compassion, she doesn't have like empathy for what's she carrying inside of a womb, inside of a belly, how can she really care about you, brother?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? How can she, you know what I'm saying, say I love you? She doesn't love you. You know what I'm saying? The thing that's inside of her that makes her one, you know what I'm saying, that she should feel the, you know what I'm saying, the vibration, the whatnot, you know what I'm saying, the pushing of the legs and the belly and the movement, you know what I'm saying, of that child, even though there's a certain time, you know what I'm saying, they don't give you the abortion, no, you know what I'm saying, no more. But she should feel some type of way, like, you know what I'm saying, when she starts seeing her belly growing, it's like, oh, I'm gonna be a mother, you know what I'm saying. She'll feel some type of connection with that child. She doesn't give a damn, and you know what I'm saying, just because she's a hot mom and whatnot, she's the MILF, and you think, you know what I'm saying, like that woman, you know what I'm saying, is gonna be the woman of my life. She doesn't give a damn about you, man. You know what I'm saying? She needs to healing. She needs to know how to be a mother, how to have compassion, how to have, you know what I'm saying, empathy for somebody else other than her own greedy and demonic self. So like it.
And Salakia, one again, just to touch on what you said, right? She don't give a damn about whatever man or men plural that she slept with.
God.
You understand? Because you don't know that, you know, yo, it's so great for a brother to hear and say, yo, he's about to be a father. It's like, damn, it's an amazing thing. But really, for you brothers out here, when you look for a woman, y'all be careful. Why? Because would she be a good mother to my children? Would she even carry my children? Salakia.
Okay.
She didn't. She proved it 13 times. As a matter of fact, the crazy part is this. If she would have more than 13 abortions, right? And she would have kept getting pregnant, she probably would have went and still went to get an abortion. She was banned from the clinic. That's why she's not going back. That's why she decided to have the baby. And it's sad that she had a miscarriage. It is sad. I'm not saying she really cared about it, because clearly she didn't care about the 13 first ones. I can't say she didn't care either, you know, because this is not an easy thing to deal with as far as losing a child. You know, but that child that she says she has, which is her miracle baby, if she wasn't banned from the clinic, would she have had that child? And to all these sisters that say, well, Black women are not protected, Latinos are not protected, Natives are not protected, stop aborting your protectors.
Yeah. So like she would have killed the 12 tribes of Israel.
Hey, good night. Yeah, y'all we gotta be careful, because you know, you lay with a woman and all she thinks about is herself, and say, you know what? Who cares what's the reason for she decided to? Who cares what the reason the white man implemented in her head for her to get an abortion? You know, you're gonna lay with her and think, yo, that's gonna be my woman for life or whatnot. I see her as the mother for my kids. And in her head say, I ain't gonna be no mom. I don't want to be a mom. Well, maybe you should not have sex. Kids come with having sex. I didn't know. You know, In case you didn't know, I mean, she looks old enough to know. Just in case she didn't know, in case she missed biology class. I don't want to, I don't want to say she's an idiot. I don't want to say she's dumb and ignorant. But I could tell that she's wicked.
Okay.
I could tell she's evil. But just in case you didn't know, kids come with having sex. That's nature. It's how you came out of your mother's womb, because she did not abort you.
You know what I'm saying? So like a priest, if I may, you know what I'm saying? You see the other sister's in shock, like, you know what I'm saying? God damn, what you know what I'm saying? What the hell? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And this is why correction is needed also. Like you said, like, you know what I'm saying, bring back, you know what I'm saying, slut shaming. She should have been like, man, bitch, get off my fucking line, man. Don't give, you know what I'm saying, like these people, you know what I'm saying, make her feel bad about it. Don't just like, allow her to talk, you know what I'm saying, like, bitch, that's an abortion. Bitch, get the fuck off my line. Bye. As a woman, that's how, that, you know what I'm saying, you would have done her like more help than anything. She would go back home and start thinking and be like, you know what I'm saying,
right.
I need forgiveness, Lord. What I've done? What did I do? What did I do? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how, you know what I'm saying, that other sister should have been treating her. You know what I'm saying? Even though, you know what I'm saying, like, she's shocked, but she should have been like, bitch, get the fuck off my line. You know what I'm saying? Go think about what you done did. You know what I'm saying? You killing all people. You know what I'm saying? And then you're gonna be like, you know what I'm saying, well, black men unalive each other. You unalive the black man first before you can't even, you know what I'm saying, take seen the light.
You unalive 13 of them.
Yeah.
Say, you're a serial killer.
God.
You understand? Salakia.
Let me just say this. That man does not want to control you, baby. He just wants you to be the best version of yourself, and you having a hard time letting go of them bad habits. That's what the real issue is. How about you get with yourself and figure out what it is that you need to change for the better, and then you wouldn't have to feel like he's controlling you, because he wouldn't have to check you on stuff. A lot of y'all ladies are talking about, oh, he's controlling. But this is the thing. He wouldn't have to call you out on shit if you was self-aware and you had self-discipline and self-control.
Shout out to Captain Malquad. I just have to say this first and foremost. You understand? You know, the Midwest monster mayhem. But she's not incorrect. Listen, you should just shut your mouth sometimes. Just shut your mouth. You're gonna say some dumb shit. You're gonna have to shut you. You're gonna have to get checked, because sometimes, again, going back to being the hedge, right? Or around you, the protection. Just that brother telling you, yo, maybe you should not. You know, maybe just don't dress like that. Why? It's my body, my choice. I'm gonna have to check the fuck out of you, because now those same women say my body, my choice. Say, well, I was on a panel one time on the Beagle app. These sisters talking about, well, women are always being sexualized. Bitch, you're walking in underwear outside. I seen a clip. What's these boys that stream all the time? Is it Kai Sanat? Yeah, Kai Sanat. His friends. No, it was not. It was what's the nigga name again? He did the white face. Drewski. Right. He had some women on his show, whatnot. I seen a reel on Facebook. One of them, they were saying, yo, her backside is eating her shorts because it's coming out of the shorts, right? Just not to be too graphic. The same women would say, well, there's not enough protection. You know, we're being.
Oh, yeah, could have been love.
Could have been love.
Yeah,
I don't know. I just see the reels. I don't even watch the show. They're stupid. But the thing is that they're saying, well, those are the same ones that say, well, we should not be objectified. We should not be sexualized. We see your whole backside. Damn, we see your front print. Talking about being sexualized. Look at how you show yourself. And if you have a man telling you, yo, listen, don't wear that, you know, and then you want to argue with him, say, yeah, just be quiet. Just, you know, seal your lips together, the ones on your face. You understand?
They want to show the camel toe.
Listen, I'm trying not to be graphic. I was out here and said, nah, F that. We're telling them how it is.
Good.
Yeah, I'm trying, you know. The point is sometimes you have to be checked because you don't make the right decisions. You don't have to worry about being sexualized if you listen to your husband. Listen, just don't wear that dress. You're showing all your cleavage. Anyone could see your areolas through your dress, and your dress is not even see-through. Imagine that. I can see your whole shape. And don't get me wrong, some sisters are shaped a different type of way where, you know, not everyone have the same
Physique.
not all curves are the same, right? So some are more pronounced than others, which we understand. There's nothing you can do about that. That doesn't mean go ahead and wear the legging where it shows the moose knuckle. You understand? Salakia, right? But your husband is trying to tell you, oh, listen, maybe you should not dress like that. Maybe there's a way that you should say things and that you should not say things. He's trying to tell you, yo, maybe I'm here to evaluate how you do things because you cannot evaluate yourself. Just like any sick patient, do not just evaluate themselves. They go to the doctor. Bitch, I'm the doctor. I'm your personal doctor, as a matter of fact. I'm your doctor. I'm your caretaker. I'm your caregiver. But you don't want to listen to the medicine. You just want to listen to the white man that tells you, my body, my choice. So I dress however the hell I want. And they're going to complain about, why am I being sexualized? Why am I being catcalled? You're being catcalled because you're showing the cat. And they're calling it. That's why you're being catcalled. You understand? They treat you like a bitch because you dangle yourself like a piece of meat in front of dogs. That's why they treat you like a bitch. Just listen to your husband. That's it. If Eve would have listened to her husband, then maybe, you know, you would not have pain giving childbirth. That's in the Bible. And this is not like a gender or whatnot, because Adam should have listened to the Lord. You know, the point is this: maybe your man is here to take the decision that you cannot make. You understand? Regardless of how small the matter is, how, you know, what big of a decision you have to make, he's here for that. It's still, yo, just sometime maybe you should just be quiet and let me handle this. You know why? Because you're probably going to start at World War III. Why do you think it's mostly men that are ruling the planet? World War III would have already been here if Hillary Clinton was in office. I ain't gonna hold you. You understand? Maybe you're too emotional. Men think practically. You know, the practicality aspect of it, that's the man's job. You know, you want to be emotional and make the house smell good because of the perfume and you the oranges you're gonna put in the oven or whatnot. Yeah, just do that. Just do that. Emotionally make the house look good. Don't make it look gay though, but you know, make it smell and look good. No sweat. Salakia. I didn't try to say it like that, but you get the point. As far as the practicality aspect of it, let us deal with it. You know, that's really it. We're here to evaluate you. You understand? And tell you this is the problem and this is the solution. Now, can we force you to listen? No. That'll be up to you to listen. But if you crash into a wall, just know that I try to steer you the right way, and you decided to go left, and then you crash into a wall, as opposed to crashing into a cloud. Salaki.
You know, saying the only thing, because what I'm gonna say, because you know what, when she said, like, you know, saying, like, she has to look into her. The Bible, I'm gonna paraphrase. The Bible say, you know, saying, the man will be happy. You know, saying, why? Because of what people will say about his woman. You know, saying, people will come to him and be like, you have a good woman in your hand. You have this. You know, saying, you have a wonderful woman. You know, saying, like, now, to all you women out there, ask yourself this: will men come up to your man and congratulate him because he has you, or will they laugh at your man because he has you? Think about it. If they will laugh at your man because he's with you, maybe you need to change some certain things in your life. You know what I'm saying? Because your man should be, you know what I'm saying, like, congratulated because he has you in this life. You know You know what I'm saying? If he has to go outside and men are laughing at him, like, look at him, look at this pump, look at this, you know what I'm saying? How you call them, like the white guy, look at this cock. Look at this cock.
Damn. Hey.
If men are, you know what I'm saying, are doing that to your man, or you know that that's what they're gonna do to your man, if they see your man, you need to change. Or maybe you shouldn't even be with that man. Let somebody else treat that man perfectly. Exactly. Proverbs 31, verse 23. A husband is known in the gates where he sitteth among the elders of the land. You understand? Your man should be congratulated all the time, because no other man can have you. Because, you know what I'm saying, you are not a whore. You are not, you know what I'm saying, a bitch out there. You are not a MILF. You'll be his MILF. You understand? You know what I'm saying? But you're not a MILF out there, you know what I'm saying, having sex, you know what I'm saying, with everybody and whatnot. And when your man goes outside, look at this cup. Look at him. Look at him.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Nah. You need something that you need to change your life. You know what I'm saying? Or let somebody really love him, you know what I'm saying, really cares for him, and show you how the job is done. How, you know what I'm saying, how to be a wife is done. That was it.
That you know when I read that precept, when I hear John Muhammad saying, "Give a hand to the sister."
God.
Says, who's your husband? Give him a hand. That's what you hear.
That's
exactly what you hear. Yeah, that's the Salakia. I was an IDR is diabolical. You know. All right, we have a few more. Give me one moment.
There should not be another man on this planet that talks to your lady more than you. And I'm not even talking about just talking, because part of talking is listening. Most women I counsel, I'm not doing a lot of talking. Hey, what brings you in today? And fellas, we're living in an information age. There is no reason why you should not know questions to ask your lady. Ask Siri. There should not be another man on.
Hey, listen. When he said, listen, when we tell you the Bible has a solution to everything, I'm going to bring this precept out, right? This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 9, verse 9. Sit not at all with another man's wife.
Yeah, right.
I could just stop right here. Shalom. You understand? Nor sit down with her in thine arms, or spend not thy money with her at the wine. Don't be offering that sister no drinks, knowing that she has a man, whether you know that man or not. Let thine heart incline unto her. Why? Because just like Christ said, yeah, you said you committed adultery or lust in your mind. You're about to do it in your flesh. I'm paraphrasing. You're gonna go like, yo, you know what? Let me give her a drink. Let me give her another drink. Yo, you know what? Let me put my hand on her shoulder, or let her rest her head on my shoulder.
Yeah, that's the
now
work.
we're hugging and everything. Our faces are getting close to each other. Let me make a move. Maybe, you know, she won't stop me from putting my lips on her lips or whatnot. And then it goes further, and then it goes downhill.
That's the work husband.
That's the bar husband. That's the husband of the night. That's the Valentine's. You understand? And so through thy desire, thou fall into destruction. Right? You're gonna cause it to commit adultery. Listen, that woman, you know, she has a man. Shalom, sis. What in Christ? That's it.
Yeah.
Shalom. I don't need to have a conversation with you. Well, I'm not here to have a conversation with you and listen to your problem. You have a husband for that, and I'm not him. You understand? That's it. This man said, there shall be no other man that be out here talking to your wife and listening to her problems. Yeah, because her husband is there for that. Listen, there's more than just talking. You know. Oh yeah, he's just my buddy when we talk, and you know, he listens to my problems. Bitch, that's what I'm here for. The hell are you talking about? See, that's when there's other sisters say, yeah, you have to check yourself sometimes. Sometimes you have to get checked. What do you mean you're talking? What do you mean you have a best male friend that listens to your problems? I'm your best male friend. There's a precept for that in Ecclesiasticus as well. I forgot where it is. Right? I'm your best friend. No other man should be. Damn, I'm your only male friend. Says Salakia. You understand? Salakia, other one.
And I just want to add this: if your woman is spending the day without, you know what I'm saying, like checking up on you, babe, what you're doing, what's going on, beware. You know what I'm saying? She's doing that with somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what I'm saying, no woman that really loves a man is gonna go days or you know what I'm saying years or you know what I'm saying weeks without talking to you at all. If she really loves you, she won't be able to do it. It will be against her love inside because she will always like you know what I'm saying, just like the Bible say, her desire shall be you know what I'm saying upon a man. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly how she's gonna feel. She's gonna want to know about you, what you're doing, you know what I'm saying, thinking about you, you know what I'm saying, why you not calling me and whatnot. If she's not doing that, you know what I'm saying, just like the brother said, you know what I'm saying, she's doing that with somebody else. And no other man should be doing that with your woman. You know what I'm saying? That's not your woman anymore.
Oh God, she is in the word of a wise man above me. She is loose leg.
Ah.
You understand? I was trying to find that precept, right? It's somewhere in Ecclesiasticus. I read it already. Your man is your best friend. You understand? Your man is your only male friend. That's it. We're probably gonna bring it out next week, right? But that's it. Your man is your only male friend. All these other male friend, work husband, your gay friend is just waiting for the opportunity to sleep with you. In case you did not know. Just in case you did not know. We're not experts. We know things. You understand? It's a lot.
I believe it's Ecclesiasticus chapter 40, verse 23.
Is it 40? Let me pull it up. It's somewhere around the end of the book.
Yeah, should be that.
God, that's exactly the one I was talking about. Ecclesiasticus chapter 40, verse 23. A friend and companion, the other one. A friend and companion never meet amiss, but above both is a wife with her husband.
Right.
You understand? Forget about your friends. So yeah, leave him. You know why? Because he didn't buy you a Birkin bag. Because he have another wife. Don't listen to none of these single whores. You understand? Don't. Your friend is your husband. Your friend, your best friend, your only male friend, that's your husband.
Your only fan.
Your only fan. What about only fans? You have one and only fan. That's your husband. You understand? All that freaky things that you do on OnlyFans, don't do it on OnlyFans. Don't do it for the public eye to see. Do it for his eyes and his eyes only to see. Your nakedness is his nakedness. It belongs to him.
Right.
You understand? That's your only fan right here. It's a lot. It's a lot. You know? Be nasty to him, not to the world. Right? Yeah, a few more.
It's a lot. Most of the time, those women that does all these things outside for other men, they would not do it for their own man, even though that man will sacrifice his life for, you know what I'm saying, sleeping next to her. She would like, you know what I'm saying, like in French we say déhancher. She will déhancher herself, you know what I'm saying, like break her back, you know what I'm saying, for another man. Meanwhile, you get like the borderline virgin. you get Windows 1. You get Windows 10.
Yeah, Windows 1. So someone get the latest update.
You get the update. You get, you know what I'm saying, the previous version.
You get you get the Macintosh. You don't get the iMac. You get the first Macintosh from Apple. You get the Macintosh from Steve Jobs. You understand? You get Microsoft 7. Meanwhile, that nigga got Microsoft 12 and hasn't even been released yet. I can imagine that. You got the iPhone 3. This nigga have the iPhone 18 already.
Damn.
Diabolical. Disgusting. Yeah, it's a lot. I seen this clip.
Yeah.
Right.
God.
I was like, boy, I never took this bodybuilder for serious. And I know he admitted he was on steroids, like a lot of bodybuilders. But that doesn't excuse the behavior of the nigga that's being slapped with dreads. He does it for content, right? Yeah. So power lifter Larry Wheels slaps pro boxer Dean the Great for trying to clown him in front of his wife. The dreadhead, little sodomite, said, man, F this nigga. His wife is up for grabs. Yeah. And you expected that he's trying to sue Larry Wheels for getting slapped up, right? Imagine that. He's trying to say, yo, I'm going to take your lady. It don't matter if bodybuilding or not is irrelevant. That's relevant. How you gonna disrespect me in front of my woman and trying to prey on my woman right in front of me, thinking that you're just gonna it's okay. Just even for you to think it's okay, just says a lot. But let's play the clips. A lot.
Nigga.
He a king, nigga. He a king. You know why?
She a queen though.
Listen, whoa, I know we streaming. You gotta chill. We got chill. I know we streaming, nigga.
She a queen though.
Hey, honey, your liquor, nigga. I know we streaming, but honey, shit.
I'm good. She a queen.
No. Chill out. She's married, nigga. Listen, we got two beautiful girls on. Come on, let's go. This nigga, hey, he's fucking
Man,
up.
fuck this nigga. This nigga's funny around. I think I'm finna be respectful. Fuck her.
Okay, fuck this nigga.
His
Come
wife
on.
up for grabs.
Hey, he's been mad disrespectful.
Smiling, she
Hey,
laughing.
did you get
like
Larry? Did you get the address?
I got the address. Yeah.
Hey, don't be mad disrespectful. Come on,
I'm
man.
good.
Listen, I know we streaming,
What are you
nigga.
doing with your hands, bro?
This
What are you doing with your hands?
this
you ready,
nigga.
Hey, you ready for them 100 gifted? 200
This
gifted?
nigga.
Listen.
You ready for them 200 gifted? Whoa, 200 gifted.
So good.
Hey, Dean. Disrespect.
Hey, I ain't gonna hold you. You know the crazy part is that there was a part of where the two brothers, that's Rampage Johnson, the UFC fighter, Larry Wheels, right? Clearly they could mess him up individually. That's not the point. They were trying to de-escalate the whole situation the whole time. And he's still pointing the hands toward, it don't matter if the woman is a white woman or not, right? He went for the man's woman. Like, yo, she's up for grabs. Nah. Yo, F this nigga. She's up for grabs. Listen, that's a perfect example of fuck around and find out what you think this is. I'm just gonna let you. And the point, that's the craziest part is that they were trying to be brotherly. They see, oh, handle your liquor. You're drunk. Hey, brother, keep your hands to yourself. And they're trying to de-escalate the whole thing. Now, I don't know if I would have repeated myself as much as them, but you fucked around and found out. And now you're going to complain and try to sue the brother for slapping the hell out of you because he made you look like a little clown sodomite on your live because you're doing this for what? Views? You're streaming? Hey, this is what views get you. So like, everyone.
And this is why we say, like, imagine, like if you have relation, like a sexual relation with another man's wife, you gay. Imagine that man, what he's doing to that woman. Like you I don't have to be graphic, but like there's different position, there's different style, different things that man is doing to his woman. Now you a man that wants to be with that woman, knowing damn well, like he's gonna ejaculate in her mouth. Now you're gonna want to kiss her. This is LGBT lifestyle. This is the Edomite lifestyle. And this is why the Bible is the only book, the only culture that is against this type of lifestyle, because we see this all over the world. We're seeing this all over the world. In Africa, you have tribes where like they could give you their woman. You go over there, the guy will give you his woman. For you to have sex or spend the night with. This is the custom of the Edens. We have something better where we respect each other. That's your wife. That's your woman. I respect you. I'm not even gonna holler at her. Talk to her or whatnot, because that's the type of brotherhood we should have for one another. And he deserve it, man. That brother deserved that slap. He deserved worse. But that slap is a slap. So he deserved that. He didn't learn from it. He want to sue the guy. But in the righteous kingdom, that will be his judgment. Why? Because you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to respect that brother. You making that brother look weak by talking to his woman like that in front of him. So he deserved the slap.
Kalawakan, and
just to add, what's that comedian that Will Smith slap again? Chris Rock. Yeah, Chris Rock didn't deserve that slap. That brother deserved it. You know what I'm saying?
Chris Rock did not deserve that. He deserved it though. And again, the brotherly aspect of it is these brothers trying to de-escalate the whole situation. Like it doesn't matter how these brothers train, because one is a UFC fight, one is a bodybuilder. That's irrelevant. I'll box this. Lord be with you, Salakia. You know, doing that in front of my woman and then being persistent while you're trying to de-escalate the whole situation. Like clearly, you had no brotherhood because you, first of all, you went for a brother's woman, and there were brothers that are like, you know, I understand you're drunk, but that doesn't excuse your behavior. It doesn't justify your behavior.
Right.
Then you keep doing it. You keep doing it. It's like, bro, what I say, keep poking the bear, you get bit or something like that. I don't know. And that's what happened. It could have been way worse.
Right.
And then you turn around and say you're gonna sue him, and people are saying, well, he's saying to people, yo, people are laughing at him, saying, yo, it's not funny. I haven't been able to sleep right. Well, maybe you should not have went for a married woman. Again, it doesn't matter if she's a heathen. Not that, you know, we're trying to tell the brother, yo, go ahead and keep sleeping with heathens, but that's his wife.
Yeah, come.
You understand? That's his wife. Even if let's say it was not even his wife. Let's say it was a girl that he was approaching or courting. Don't even do that either. Yeah. And you being intoxicated doesn't justify your behavior. And if you want to sue the brother, you're really showing that you don't even belong. You're supposed to be a boxer. You don't belong in the boxing ring. You're a little sodomite. Sue the brother, why? Because you get checked? Yo, listen, I don't know. That's why I can't take these social media influencers for serious, ever.
He wanted the brother to be like Adam 22. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, listen. Black men are not like Adam 22. Black men who act white like you did are like Adam 22. And Adam 22 got boxed in the ring too by the guy who I just remember that. There was a boxing match. You know? And I think I seen a highlight somewhere on Facebook. I'm like, damn, neither of them knew how to fight. Adam 22 probably had the same fetish as Gorilla Hebrew. That's what it is. Being dominated. Pause. You understand? But yeah, he listen, we just read the precept. Do not sit with another man's wife. Don't offer her drinks. Don't approach a man's wife. Hey, if you don't know if she has a man or not, you just ask her. She has a man, you let it go. Respectfully. Shalom. You don't keep on doing the thing, whether the man is around or not. If he's not around, listen, Lord be with you. And if he's around, Lord be with you even more. But you're gonna find out. And I think he got boxed in the face by another Edomite too. Salat.
And you still don't learn. You know what I'm saying?
He still don't learn.
Yeah, you're gonna learn when he's sleeping with another man's wife, and you're saying like there's a gun in front of his face. That's when he's gonna learn.
All right, Lord be with him. That's all I gotta say. Salakia. Maybe one moment.
I like being soft with my man because the world is already hard on him. He doesn't need that energy from me too. I like being his peace, not another problem he has to solve. Life is already heavy enough. And when a man feels safe with you, he softens. He opens up more. And that kind of love lasts. I like.
Sisters, take notes.
Give her
take notes. You understand? Give her a flyer.
God, hell yeah.
And for all you horn dogs out here, she married, but she's giving his sisters pointers. What is it? Isn't it TITHES, where these other sisters are teaching you how to be a proper wife, how to be a proper woman? Don't be combative with your man. Listen, we have to fight the oppression of the white man every day. You understand? That's only one thing. The thing we want to come home and fight with you too. Some men don't even come home because of that behavior. Okay. And she understands that, especially as Black, Latino, and Native men, really, which is the only men that you should be sleeping with. No other man. And when you sleep with that one man, that's your husband's for life. But the point is this. Don't bring him more hell. We brought what? Ecclesiasticus earlier. Was it 36 and 24 and 25 about the man that begat a possession? You know what it says as well. Let's bring it out real quick. Ecclesiasticus chapter is at 36 and 24. Says, he that getteth a wife begetteth a possession, a help like unto himself, a pillar of rest. Be his pillow. Let him rest his head where he's comfortable. Let him be comfortable resting his head around you. That's it. Be his pillow. You understand? not Esau's pillow, because Esau has no pillow. He lives in the caves. He sleeps on rocks. But be his pillow, where he's comfortable and be like, you know what? I could lay my head and rest and take a break, because we ain't never catching a break. But that's what you, sisters, you should take notes. Maybe we should play it again and see if you pay attention. Pay attention, sisters. Pay attention.
Being soft with my man, because the world is already hard on him. He doesn't need that energy from me too. I like being his peace, not another problem he has to solve. Life is already heavy enough. And when a man feels safe with you, he softens. He opens up more. And that kind of love lasts. I like.
Yeah. There you go. Hey, Shalom says, Yahweh Shemala thought about Shem Yahweh Shai. See, I like what his sister put in the chat. Possession of priest and officer 5K Madabar, my nigga from Louisiana. You understand? Possession. What did we just read? He that getteth a wife beginneth a possession. Shout out to my sister Nazamana. You understand? Right. A help like unto himself and a pillar of rest. I know for a fact that Officer Madabar, coming back from the hell that he's in Louisiana, going back from camp, waking up the dead with all the brothers over there, when he comes home to my sister Nazamana, he can lay down his head and take a break. She is his pillar of rest. How do I know that? Because she's one West.
Damn right.
You understand? That's how I know.
So like the other day I was watching a video, right? This Edomite, you know what I'm saying, built a house underground to escape his wife. He built like a little room. You understand? To escape his wife. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like what the Bible says, you know what I'm saying? It's better to live in the corner in the rooftop, you know what I'm saying, on the corner in the rooftop of the house than to be next to a dragon, you know what I'm saying, to a woman that doesn't appreciate a man, that, you know what I'm saying, that doesn't value a man, that's, you know what I'm saying, a loudmouth woman, you know what I'm saying, that will disrespect a man any chance that she has. You know what I'm saying? It's better to live in the woods with the animals, you know what I'm saying, than just to have a woman like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's a blessing to see that women nowadays, you know what I'm saying, in this era that we in right now, are waking up and realizing, you know what I'm saying, there's another way to build our family. There's another way to support your man. There's another way to be. Don't be like Cardi B. Don't be like these women, you know what I'm saying, that have like those celebrities, man. Be like with the woman in One West. You know what I'm saying? Be like the sisters in the school. Be like those sisters, you know what I'm saying, even though they're not in the school, but just like that sister that's understanding, you know what I'm saying, like this is how I have to be with my man. You know what I'm saying? Because we could progress better as a family if I give him what he needs. If I'm like this with him, then he doesn't have to worry. He doesn't have to have anxieties. He doesn't have to have, like, you know what I'm saying, like high blood pressure, you know what I'm saying, or make his pressure rise and whatnot. He could focus, you know what I'm saying, on something else that will benefit the family together, man.
Damn right. And I seen another clip from this sister. You understand? Let me see if I could play real quick because we're running short on time.
You're allowed to love your woman out loud. Yeah. To be gentle with her, to show up fully. That doesn't make you weak. It actually makes you stronger. Because the man that loves well creates a woman that feels safe. And a safe woman, she multiplies everything. And when a woman feels safe with you, she opens in ways most men never experience. That kind of connection is rare. And when you lead with care, she relaxes. She trusts you more. That changes everything.
You see what she said earlier about being his peace and his pillow of rest? That's how you get that man to love you out loud. So, yo, that's my woman. Yeah,
that's the product of it.
You know, that's her right here. She's my Proud 31 woman. Yeah, listen, she the best. Hey, you know what? This nigga won't shut up about his women. Yeah, you know, that's what you get when you bring him peace. Now, if you're a monster, you say your wife. You say, yeah, don't even talk. Don't even mention it. I don't want to hear shit. I don't want to hear shit.
Let's change the subject.
Let's change the subject. You see, well, last time I came, you know, your wife, you know, you were there with your rib. Like, yeah. Listen, I was there.
God.
You don't even want to hear about her being in the vicinity, not even in the conversation. Not because you're not gonna deny her, but she brings you so much problems that you don't even want to think about her. You're gonna think about her when you have to deal with her problem when you go home and you argue with the hell with her. If you go home, yeah, some of them dig holes on the ground to escape their women, apparently. You know, but hey, that's what you get. You get brothers that won't stop speaking about you. Why? Because you bring him peace. Like you stress the hell out. He go to war for you. And you see how you're not, she said, you're not supposed to be a problem that he's here to fix. Well, he's going to fix your problem anyways. That's his responsibility. But, you know, don't create problems just because you want to argue about what? He has another wife? She's doing something that you're not doing. Focus on what you should do. Focus on what you're doing, whether he has another wife or not. As a matter of fact, you're the other wife. His first wife is the truth. Whether you like it or not, he has more than one wife. You understand? Focus, you know, there's a reward with you being soft and delicate. We said it earlier. Our women are supposed to be so delicate, their feet are not to touch the ground. This is how delicate our women are. Blacks, Latinas, and Natives. The daughters of Zion. It's so delicate. Some men are like, yo, babes, I don't even want you to go to work. Just sleep all day. I'm not saying be a couch potato either. That's not what I'm saying, right? But your man is like, yo, listen, just be cute. Just be cute. Be cute and be quiet. You know, you're so cute. You're cute on mute. We're cute on mute. Let me stop being stupid. The point is this. Your man will brag about you regardless if you're not a monster. Salakia, if you're not a monster. You know, if you're a monster, he don't even want to hear nothing about you. He has to deal with you all the time anyways. You know. Salakia, other one.
Yeah, that was it on my part for this.
Let me play that clip one more before we get the clip of white peopling as usual.
You're allowed to love your woman out loud, to be gentle with her, to show up fully. That doesn't make you weak. It actually makes you stronger. The man that loves well creates a woman that feels safe. And a safe woman, she multiplies everything. And when a woman feels safe with you, she opens in ways most men never experience. That kind of connection is rare. And when you lead with care, she relaxes. She trusts you more. That changes everything. You're allowed to love your woman out loud, to be gentle with her, to show up fully. That doesn't make you weak. It actually makes you stronger. The man that loves well creates a woman that feels safe. And a safe woman, she multiplies everything. And when a woman feels safe.
Hey, Salaki, what is it again? Proverbs 31. I'm going to bring this precept real quick. What is it? Proverbs 31. Damn, where is it again? Let me start at verse 12. Proverbs 31 and 12 says, she will do him good and not evil all the days of her life. That's what they're describing right here. Proverbs 31 women. That he don't have to worry about, listen, you don't have to worry about losing his hair and his hair is going gray because you stress him the hell out. No, she does him good and not evil all the days of her life. Bring this other precept. I think it was verse 14. She is like the merchant's ships. She bringeth her food from afar. What did that just say? She will multiply everything. They just said that. You think everything is not biblical? Everything is biblical. The way you act with your husband is biblical. The right way to act with your husband is biblical. The wrong way to act with your husband, the solution to that, to fixing that problem, is also biblical. This is our constitution and our way of life. You understand? But let's get to the episode of white peopling. Gonna end the show. We will be back next Sunday as usual, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Give me 1 second.
Again, Jenko people, once again, we stray further away from God in another episode of Mina Do This. Today, we join one of my favorite Mina Do This madmen, Alain Robert. All right. Not only is he barefoot, not only is he in leather pants and a vest, he stops to comb his hair while free solo climbing. Legend. They call him the French Spider-Man. He has a tendency to just go to places and just start climbing all the stuff. I swear, like Elaine, I need them to pause their game and show me the settings because I don't know how they're able to do things like this. How did you acquire this? How did you equip this? What skill tree did I not look at to get the wall climbing perk? You know what I mean? Like this is expert level stuff. This is end game level stuff. Scale of 1 to 10, 10 being Menard do this. Elaine already knows this is in like the thousands. Anything Elaine Robert does is in the thousands.
Listen, I don't understand. White people, it's always like they always have to be involved in death-defying stunts. Why? There's nothing that grows around them. You read it. Their land is desolate. There's no life. Nothing grows. There's no water. There's nothing but death. I think I understand more why white people do death-defying stunts. They are surrounded by a lifeless land. Salakia.
And so like you know those sheep, like rock climbing sheep and whatnot.
Karawakan.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. And when the eagle passed by, you understand, just struck the sheep. You know what I'm saying. Like all I could keep thinking is where's that eagle now? Like you know what I'm saying. Just be thinking.
Where's the eagle when you need it?
You know what I'm saying. Like this is white people, man. Good night.
And mind you, what he said, he's free climbing, meaning there's no equipment involved, and he's barefoot. And when you say he has leather pants and whatnot, he has not one piece of equipment that's made to climb. And I don't care if he had equipment, I would never be climbing. What is it? Yo, you could look at the ground. I don't know how high he is, and the cameraman who has a drone, because clearly there's a drone involved, is not helping him. You hate this person. Let them risk their life like that. Which really, I appreciate what they did, because now we're able to share the experience and to be part of the experience from the screen of our electronic devices where we're watching this from. You understand? But good night.
Yeah, that's Esau for you. Yes. And what's really the purpose of it? Like you know what I'm saying? Like there's nothing up there. Like why are you doing this? Like spend some time with your wife, man. Like this is why you're not having enough babies. You have to be climbing some rocks for nothing. Meanwhile, your wife is like fantasizing about black men, about Hispanics, about you know what I'm saying, the Arabs and whatnot. You out there climbing some rock.
Imagine that. Like the white race is declining and you're out here just risking your life. Like as opposed to bringing more life, you're just risking your life. Imagine you just fall. You're free falling. You're saying you're free climbing. You're about to be free falling too.
Oh, so like they got a song like free falling.
Listen, I'm free. You know, see, that's the problem, white people. You can't say we're the problem with the great replacement theory. You're the problem. Go make babies as opposed to climbing mountains where you could just die. Listen, a gust of wind would make him slip and then fall to his death. Yeah. And you heard what he said. He's known as the French Spider-Man. He does this all the time. He just climbs structures. Why? You have too much time on your hands. This is why you're made to serve. You want to climb something? Climb the tower of the property you're going to build for Officer IR and myself, because you need to bring blocks up to the tower. That's what you need to do. Understand? Climb the echelon of the servants that you'll be a part of in the kingdom. That's what you should do by being obedient. The Bible says we're going to set them in their place. Yeah, you need to be put in your place. What are you doing climbing rocks? I was out here saying, what is the purpose? Why? What is there up there? Are you trying to colonize the mountains?
Good, ain't nothing up there.
Where is the eagle when we need it? Damn. And that's the problem. Stop assaulting the mountains. Leave the mountains alone. Leave nature alone. That's what you should do. That's biblical. When the Bible says, it's like, let me bring this precept real quick. Good night. What is it? Obadiah. Yeah, I want to go to Obadiah, though I'm going to Isaiah. Let me go to Isaiah, right? Bear me 1 second. Isaiah chapter 14, verse 12. Say, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, Yeah, your eagle should. The eagle is not coming because the Lord will make you fall from that mountain cliff. Oh, Lucifer, the rock climber, son of the morning. It should say, son of the rock climbers, right here. That's a lie. How are the cut down to the ground, which did weaken the nations? Imagine if we go down the verse, it says that the nation do not even believe that. Was he the one that made kings tremble, the nations tremble? Is he the like? Are these rock climbers really the one that people are fearful of? And that people are so simple, and and really, I understand why they're so obsessed with climbing mountaintops and cliffs, because that's their element. There's nothing in their land. That's why they're obsessed with rock climbing. That's what they've been doing since the caves, with no equipment. You understand? It's a lock, the other one. And he's combing his hair. Like, he lets go of the cliff to comb his hair. That's the white man is made to be brought down to the ground and serve. That's what he's made for. Salakia. You know. With that said, this was another successful episode. We're at what? Episode 28, One West Ground Zero, every Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, live from I.S.U.P.K, Montreal, Toronto. One West Ground Zero on YouTube, and I.S.U.P.K, Montreal. Canada has been clipped for what? The next 3 days.
Yeah,
on Facebook.
They clipped me, like, you know what I'm saying, a couple of days ago, you know what I'm saying, like for one day. Then, you know what I'm saying, the next day when I was free, then they clipped me again for 3 days. I'm finally back, you know what I'm saying, on Facebook right now.
The white man, our oppressor, is the devil the Bible speaks of. That we will be back next Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Shout out to everybody who is tuning in with us, to the brothers, Shalom Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahshai Brakatham, to the sisters, Shalom Yahweh Shema Atham Ba'ashem Yahshai. We'll see you next week, Israel. Shalom.
We have a gift that nobody can see, that was handed over to us to do something amazing. Take the gift, man. Take the gift. Take the gift, man. And let the Most High work in you to do something you have never believed.
I ain't even impressed what you expect. You see this shit? Hold on, there's One West on my chest.
One West world, that's it.
Fucking street code of the priest law. No stain, great dame with the leash off. I ain't nothing of this world, I need a respawn. I just know they wish that I would stop, but I keep going. These fringes on my calf like a tube sock. I used to stuff the loose ones in my shoebox. And we came a long way from the curbside. Now we looking from the top from a bird eye. And I can't leave my brother on the battlefield. Lord, let the hell rain, we gon' see who real. And you know they gon' hate when they see a plate. So imagine what they doing for $250,000. And we really the only ones going to war. You niggas just be talking like y'all won the war. I made love to this truth and there's no divorce. My Spanish mommy call me Poppy like a corner store. Let me show you how to do it. City living by the word, I think it's time he proved. I think you better use your head before you fucking lose it. And save the acting for the camera, this is not a movie. I pray to God I don't fall off. I ain't nothing like y'all. Niggas think they slime, cut their head off a python. Blame me for my outlook, never counted the lookouts. The world said I wasn't shit, but look at how I turned out. Not so bad, huh? Why you mad, huh? We go hard, but go harder for the have-not. Listen, when that oil hit your leg, then you can't stop. Your feet better hit the ground running, this shit bedrock. Man, we tried to put him on, but he sleep. Waking up the people, that's the job for a priest. Hopped out the wheel, fringes swinging like a pendulum. You heard of the tribes, where the fuck you think they get it from? Look, I'm a soldier, get the order, then I get it done. Got some big shit to split the water, make these niggas run. Why you hurt? If I told the truth, then I showed you love. Let me prove it, wanna move right, let me show you how to do it. Let me show you how to do it. City living by the word, I think it's time he proved it. I think you better use your head before you fucking lose it. And save the acting for the camera, this is not a movie.
Don't step over the line though. Everybody, anybody, it's up for everybody. And that's I got bigger fish to fry. I got people to save. I ain't even on a rap, so I already beat the rap shit.
I.S.U.P.K presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026 in Houston, Texas. You do not want to miss this one, Israel. Shalom.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do. They're one West.